I remember the day when it all changed for me. I even took a picture, not to mark the occasion, because that would just be a little bit weird. I took the picture because I just moved into my first year university accommodation and I'd spent a ridiculous amount of money on some American cereal. Now this was obviously before I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, so the sugary cereal wasn't too much of an issue, but there's me thinking I'm all cool with this cereal, and then there's me running to the toilet. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Jamie here, and today we're talking about how I improved my gut health. Yeah, so suddenly overnight I'd become lactose intolerant, and what followed was several years of general IBS type symptoms, and although they were very annoying, I didn't actually do much about them. I spent a lot of money on over-the-counter remedies like Culpramil, if I'm saying that right. I bought Buscopan and like bags and bags of peppermint tea. But because I knew that lactose intolerance was a thing, I just sort of put it down to that as the cause and carried on drinking and eating loads of unhealthy foods and struggling on with what was, a slightly dodgy belly, because I just thought that that was my lot in life. But cut to now, many years later, when by chance I stumble across an event and suddenly, everything makes sense. So what you're looking at now is, I guess, my morning routine. Some of it is a little bit pricey, but it's working and probably undoing many years of bad diet. So you'll notice that a lot of this stuff is like probiotics or prebiotics and full of bacteria. That's because my gut health is something that I'm finally beginning to take serious. And I was actually really lucky because a lot of my first lot of this stuff was given to me completely free by the Gut Stuff, which is an organisation headed up by the Love Island DJs, the Mac Twins, who have become huge advocates for gut health. And as well as travelling the world, doing lots of cool DJ things, they're also going around the country asking us all to pay attention to our gut health. So for my job, I work for a TV channel in Bristol, and when the Mac Twins actually came to Bristol with the Gut Stuff, which is their gut health business, I was due to go down to do some filming with them. Now, that didn't actually work out because I was stuck in a traffic jam, a huge traffic jam which lasted the whole morning, and I had to stand there and tell people that the cars were still stuck over and over again on telly. But my colleague Emily went down to find out what it was all about. So after I saw that interview, my interest was piqued. Now, it's nothing that I'd really ever considered before, that my gut bacteria might be compromised in any sort of way, but all of these little stomach complaints that I just put up with for years might just be down to me failing to add a few extra things into my diet. Now, I guess off and on I'd sort of always taken a probiotic or a prebiotic, whichever the one it is, but I just did that because I took a multivitamin in the morning. It was routine. So if I remember to buy a multivitamin and prebiotics, then I'd take them, but I wasn't ever really sure what they did. So eventually, a couple of days later, when the traffic had finally cleared up and I made it along to the pop-up on the Bristol Harbour side, we started with a little bit of yoga. Now, I'm assuming that that's because yoga is good for stress relief, and stress relief is apparently very bad for your gut health. So after the yoga, we had an incredibly fibrous breakfast, and then we sat and listened to the Mac Twins talk and bicker slightly, but mostly talk about gut health. And it was the sort of information that, seems really obvious, but until someone tells you about it in a way that actually makes you engage and listen to it, you probably wouldn't otherwise understand it, and it wouldn't sink in. So I left that event with a tote bag full of Gut Stuff goodies, and I promised to give it all a try. And a few months later, I'm still going strong. I've had, I think, one episode where I struggled for a little bit with cramps and a little bit of trap gas. But other than that, there's a massive improvement. There's more fibre in my diet, so I'm a bit more regular. I'm a bit more chirpier, because it's no fun, is it, really, walking around with, a bit of a tummy ache. And also, according to the Mac Twins, a lot of your serotonin, which is your body's happy chemical, is actually made in your gut somehow. So either because of both of those or one of those things, I'm a little less grumpy. Now, the things that I've been taking every day aren't, you know, cheap or free at all. This bottle's about 20 quid. This is about £20 for a 3-month supply, and these are about a tenner. But there are loads of cheaper ways that you can improve your gut health. More fibre and eating any of these vegetables will all help that gut bacteria get popping up in the right places. Now, there's another thing which I'm sort of taking baby steps into, and that's kefir. So that's a sort of like fermented yogurt. They do it in drinks and, like, you know, normal yogurt, and there's kombucha, but that's fairly sugary, and for someone with type 1 diabetes, it's still not a great option. But, you know, I'm just finding out what works for me. But if you wanted to find out a little bit more about all this gut health business, then the Mac Twins have got a great website with loads of information. I'll leave it a link in the box below, so check it out and let me know how you get on. But that is how, in a sort of brief, summed up way, I've been trying to improve my gut health, and I'm actually seeing improvements. And I think I'm at the stage in my life where I am sort of just, you know, thinking about my health and trying to keep my body in as best working order as possible. So this is just another one of them things, and I think I'm getting some pretty good results from it. So if you've got any questions that you want to ask me, I'm by all means not an expert, but go ahead, leave them in the comments box below. As I said, all the information you could ever want is on the Mac Twins website. They're a great sort of repository for all this information. So do check that out. Thank you to them for introducing me to, you know, the world of gut health and how I can improve it. And thank you to you for watching this video. If you liked it, please hit the thumbs up button. Click the subscribe button too. I'm getting really, really close to 1,000 subscribers. Really like to get there soon, you know, so I can make a bit of cash, but there we go. That is it for today's video. Thank you so much again for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye-bye.